Very good morning from Ho Chi Minh. So today we are going to Kuchi tunnels and Mekong Delta. So we booked a tour through Indochina Heritage, and the guide will come to pick us up at 7:30, 7:45, something like that. So they will pick up us from directly the hotel. So that is one thing, and also we thought that we'll take the tour today because we don't have time constraint because today at night we have a flight back to India. So we didn't want to take any chances, so we thought that we'll just take a tour because they will bring us back at the exact correct time. So for the first stop they stopped at this handicraft shop. They were showing how they were creating art, and also most of the people here who are working here, they are affected by the Agent Orange issue which happened in Vietnam, and Americans were throwing that Agent Orange all over the place. So they are the affected people, and the way they are creating the art, because they are doing the traditional way when there was no paint and or anything left here. So they were using what do you say, eggshells, natural pigments and stuff like that. So they were like, for brown shade they were just burning eggshells, then they were using the seashells for the some color, so something like that. So it was a pretty good process, but we were not allowed to take videos or photos of those things because they might not be feeling good about that, so we didn't take that. So we just reached the entrance of Kuchi Tunnel. So before we go in, let's just talk a little bit of the history. So basically, these tunnels were built for the Viet Cong actually. So Viet Congs are, if you are talking about Vietnam history, when the war was happening, there was two parts, North Vietnam and South Vietnam. So there was also some communist supporters in the South Vietnam. So those were called the Viet Congs, and for them to protect themselves from the American soldiers. So what they did was they dug up some tunnels. So already you might have seen my video on Vinmock tunnel. So that was a complete village, but this is actually not a village, but this was like to hide. So basically for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that, not more than that. So Vinmock tunnels, it was like 5 years. Here it is like 2 to 3 weeks. They'll be staying here for some time, and they'll be fighting. There will be what do you say? There are a lot of tactics they used so that the American soldiers won't find them. So something like that. And mainly this place is more famous for, what do you say, for the booby traps that they set up in the tunnels. So whenever an American soldier comes in, he won't be able to go out. That was so intricate, and even like they will be following a Viet Cong, but that guy will know the way, and he'll just pop up from one place to another place and then shoot from behind. So it was very hard for the Americans to intrude this place. So that's why this has a very prominent role in the Vietnam War. So one thing I noticed about this booby traps here, it's not for killing. It's actually like they'll be putting a little bit of poison or infectious things so that the person who is falling into it, the person's morale will go down. The whole team's morale will go down, taking care of him, because he'll be infected and he'll die slowly, and everyone will be scared to do this, try to attack them. So that is how it used to work. So the booby traps, it won't kill you instantly, it will kill you, but inch by inch it will kill you, not directly. So I'm at the shooting range, and there's a lot of flying happening. If you want, you can come here and uh, take a shot at shooting a real gun. So like AK-47 or machine gun, whichever you want. So apparently here you can also try shooting a real machine gun, but I felt that was a little bit more intense because I don't know how much recoil it will take, so I didn't go for that. But yeah, it is okay. I think you can buy 10 bullets for 600,000, and you can use it. I think that is worth it because you will get a chance to shoot an actual fire gun. So finally, we are at the Kuchi tunnels and we are waiting for our turn to go in. So we'll have a local guide coming with us. So there is an option to go 20, 40, 60, however. So at the most, you can go around 100 meters, I think. And I don't think I'm up for that because we have to do a lot of crouching and going under that. So I'm already having a bad knee today after some activities. So I'm planning to maybe go 20, 40, 60, something like that. Whenever I'm feeling nauseous or have a pain, I'm going to come out. So I just came out of the tunnel and it's too tight, man. Like dark, tight. I don't know how people used to stay there. And our tour guide is saying that it was actually made wider for the tourist, and I don't understand how small it would have been when it was actually built. So we finished the Kuchi tour, and we are going back to our bus. And now we'll go to the Mekong Delta. So first they will drop us off at the boat station, and from there we'll get the boat and go to a small village in the Mekong Delta and go around that and come back. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. So when you're here, I'll suggest take a lot of sunscreen. It's pretty hot, and I already told you yesterday. So the same goes today. It is pretty hot, and yeah, take your sunscreen, take a umbrella, cap or something, and try to protect your skin because you can easily get a sunburn here. It's so hot. So we are at the first stop for our trip in Mekong Delta. That is a bee farm. So we are going to go in and see the bee farming in Mekong Delta. Basically, there is a community thriving here with this bee farming, and they actually do so many tours. So all the tourists who come there, they get to experience the bee farming techniques and also their traditional tea, which actually involves adding a little bit of royal jelly, which is the food for the queen as well as the larvae of the bee community. So it tastes pretty good actually. Not something we have tried in India. It's good. So I'm trying the royal jelly here. So we just ate the royal jelly, and it is actually a bee secretion which is used as food source for the larvae and the queen bee. I don't know how they cultivate. They were saying they will be taking it out, something like that. But yeah, it is a complex process, so I don't want to get into that. Anyways, it was cool trying it. It had a bit of a tangy taste to it. Yeah, it was good. So as you might have seen, there is a lot of coconut trees in this region, and with this abundance of coconuts, they need to find out something to do with these coconuts, right? So they actually devised a lot of ways to use this coconut. So they use the shell to make bowls, they use the husk to make ropes, and they are making so many candies and whatnot with this coconut. So this was also part of the tour where they actually shown what the locals were doing with this coconut. So yeah, it was a good experience. So you are seeing the videos of how they are making coconut candy here. Personally, coming from Kerala, I think these are things we already saw there, so it's not much of an interest to us. But yeah, it is fascinating to see how they are making a daily thing which they are doing as a tourist attraction and earning from that. So after a bit of folk music and some fruits, we are walking down this path. I don't know where we are going now exactly. We're just walking. One more thing, if you're coming to this place, I'll suggest is take some mosquito repellent or some insect repellent, because there's a lot of mosquitoes and other insects that is constantly poking my legs. So try to get some of that insect repellent with you, because you will need it here. Because just look at this place is completely a swamp, and you're right next to that, so of course we need some mosquito repellent. So we just boarded the rowing boat, and now we are going through the small canals in the Mekong Delta. There's a lot of water coconuts here, you can see over there one. So it's actually edible, but I didn't get to taste it yet. So I'm hoping to get a bit of a taste of this before I leave Vietnam. There you can see the water coconut. So before the roads came in and Mekong Delta was connected to other places, this is how people used to travel, and they are still following that. Those are the local boats and the local people that are going, and also us foreigners. So we are just going about the daily routines of the people around here. So guys, we came through the canal and we tried to buy that water coconut to eat, but they sold out and there's none left. So I think we are out of luck. Anyhow, let's see if I can get it anywhere else. I'll try that. So by that we are ending our 14-day long Vietnam trip, and now we are heading back to Ho Chi Minh City. From there we'll grab the next flight to India. So I think with a heavy heart, this is the time to say goodbye to Vietnam. After our Kuchi tunnels and Mekong Delta, we are back in our room, just got a freshen up, and now it's time to say goodbye to Vietnam. So we have a flight tonight to India. So yeah, there are things which is exciting, because tomorrow we'll get to eat Indian spicy food. Like everything here, it's not spicy, it is kind of boiled. So that's that. But I'm not saying that the food here is not tasty, because it is super tasty. Like, even for a vegan, even for a non-veg, it is going to be what do you say, it is going to be pretty good for you, and you will love it. Even the street foods are pretty good here. So some days we actually ate street food to just fill our tummy. It is good actually. But yeah, going back to India, we have what do you say, a little bit of heavy heart, because we were here for the past 2 weeks and we were indulged in the culture, the what do you say, every aspect of the life here, and we kind of feel somewhat a bit sad that from tomorrow we'll not be able to see this country anymore. So yeah, maybe in future I might come back, I don't know about that. But yeah, we have a heavy heart going back to India, but also super excited. Yeah. So anyways, so that was all for the 14-day Vietnam video, and I think this series is going to come to an end here. So we'll see you guys in the next country we visit. So stay tuned for that, and like and subscribe this video. So yeah, bye.